सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचिन्मययतीशस्य गुरुं वन्दे तपोवनं तं हिमवद्विभूतिं वै ज्ञानवैराग्यरूपिणं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Today we will try to discuss a little deeper thing. Yesterday, some devotee or student messaged me personally that I'm very interesting question. He asked me. I'm just reading and I will, because his question is like that. Hari Om Swami. So many things he has written. Secondly, he has written that my doubts are as follows. First one, Atman is enveloped by 3 shariras comprising 5 koshas. Then what is the nature of this Atman? That we will discuss today, tomorrow, day on. Okay. Then his question was, is it pure consciousness or reflected consciousness? I think that I have covered already and I will cover again. Pure consciousness is infinite. How can it be enveloped? That also I have covered when I took the class on koshas. that it is not covered as if, even yesterday also I mentioned one word, it appears as. So that appearance is there. Kosha, yesterday also the word I used, that kosha means kosha eva koshaha. It is as if covering. It's a wrong notion. It's nothing but the wrong notion. Then, if it is reflected consciousness, then is the pure consciousness outside our body? But Atma or pure consciousness is present in every bhuta, everywhere. Good question. Good understanding, good thinking. Then his another doubt was, is if I have understood you correctly, it is the food we consume is converted to sthula sharira or annamaya kosha as well as manomaya kosha, while manomaya kosha is constituted by subtle elements or apanchikrita mahabhuta, pancha mahabhuta, then the food which we take comprises panchikrita mahabhutas, gross elements. So how subtle body can be formed out of gross elements? Wonderful question. See, this portion has taken up in Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter. There it is very in detail it is written that how the gross food is is responsible for the subtle mind. I will come later on if he wants or she wants. So those are the doubts. So today we will take it in different way. So how the liberation will come? In Viveka Chudamani, slok number 194, the student is asking the question to Guru. Brahmenapyanyatha vastu jiva bhava paratmanaha tadupadheranaditvat nana dernasha ishyate. The student asked, O Gurudev, either out of delusion or by any other reasons, Paramatma takes the conditioning of jiva. And as you told, that conditioning or upadhi, Paramatma ne जीव की उपाधि लिया. As upadhi or conditioning is anadi, eternal, then anadi vastu ka to nash nahi hota. How an eternal thing will be destroyed? The thing is, there are two words, anadi and ananta. But in English, there is only one word, infinite. Anadi, anat prattayoge. Anadi means which has no beginning, beginningless. And ananta, na anta, which is endless. But yes, it is true, which is anadi, that is ananta in maximum cases. But here, Shastra has told us that anadi, though it is beginningless like maya, avidya, ignorance, it can be ended up. If it was not there, then there is no requirement of studying scriptures or anything else. Then again, the student expressed his or her doubts in that way. Atosya jiva bhavopi nitya bhavati samsritihi nanivartet tanmokshaha katham me sri guru vada. So, the jiva bhava, like the appearing individualness of eternal Atma, is also eternal, nitya. So, is it true that the cycle of birth and death will never be destroyed? जन्म मृत्यु का ये संसार चक्र कभी निवृत्त नहीं होगा. Oh, my bona fide master, beloved master, oh Guru, then how a jiva will get liberation? Then the ever compassionate teacher is telling Atma Jnana, the self-knowledge is the only solution for liberation. What he is telling? Samyak prishtam taya tvaya vidvam savadhanena tatsruno. You have well done, well asked. Savadhanena tatsruno. Listen to me very carefully. Means it's not that listening and sleeping. And if anyone calls, no, I was listening. My listening pattern is like that. It's not. Savadhanena tatsruno. Pramaniki na bhavati bhrantya mohita kalpana. The thing is, the deluded, mohagrasta, the deluded person's wrong assumption, wrong imagination, mithya kalpana is not pramanika, is not authentic. Bhrantim vinatva sangasya nishkriyasya nirakritehe naghater naghatetartha sambandha navaso nilata. The blueness of the sky, of the space, is only delusion. Space is formless, colorless, odorless, smellless, shapeless. Yet, we see the blue sky. That blueness, if we think that it is true, the space is blue, it is a delusion. Because space is always devoid of all attributes. Likewise, asanga, unattached, niskriya, inactive, nirakara, formless, आत्मा की संबंध में, विषय में संबंध बोध करना भी भ्रम के सिवा और कुछ नहीं. So, if we think the relation of Atma with all such conditionings, the Atma which is attributeless, formless, shapeless, unattached, inactive, it is out of delusion. Sasva drashtur nirgunasya akriyasya स्वस्य द्रष्टुर्निर्गुणस्य क्रियस्य प्रत्यगो वृथा आनन्दरूपस्य बुद्धेः भ्रान्त्या प्राप्तो जीवभावो न सत्यो महापाये नास्त्यवस्तु स्वभावात्. Drashta, the ultimate seer, nirguna, attributeless, akriya, actionless, and who is the ever blissful inside the all jiva, who is truth, the ultimate truth, who is the ultimate knowledge in all jiva. But the delusion comes out of the ignorance, and ignorance cannot be truth. Whenever our wrong notion about ourselves will go off, truth reveals by itself. Yavad bhrantistāvadevasya satya mithya jnana srimhitasya pramadat rajvam sarpo bhranti kalina eva Bhranter nashe naiva sarpo pitavvat. As long as the delusion is there, so long we appear snake on the rope, in the place of rope. Whenever the light comes and the delusion of snake goes, then Rajju or rope remains the same. It reveals itself. Likewise, whenever the ignorance about the whole world, including our own body, goes up, goes away, then the truth alone reveals. Anaditvam avidyayaha karyasyapi tatheshyate utpannayam tu vidyayam avidyakam anadyapi prabodhe swapnavat sarvam saha moolam vinashyati. Avidya and its action it results the jiva bhava, the individuality. And that sense of individuality it called anadi, beginningless. It is true. It is not eternal, beginningless. But whenever, suppose we are sleeping or dreaming, and whenever we get up from or wake up from our beloved sleep, then all the dream world disappears. Likewise, whenever the jnana, the actual knowledge arises, wakes up, all the ignorance, all the wrong notion towards the world and including the body goes up. Yad buddhyapadi sambandhat parikalpitam atmani jivatvam natatonyattu swarupena vilakshanam sambandha swatmano buddhya mithya jnana purassaraha. विनिवृत्तिर्भवेत् तस्य सम्यग्ज्ञानेन नान्यथा ब्रह्मात्मैकत्वविज्ञानम् सम्यग्ज्ञानं श्रुतेर्मतम्. So, with the connection of intellect or buddhi, that is another conditioning or upadhi, the jiva bhava, the sense of individuality arises on Atma. That is not true. The intrinsic nature of Atma is different from the nature of individual or the individuality. And the relationship between intellect and Atma also avaidha sambandha. Unholy love lock. There is no other English translation I am getting. Extramarital affair. Unholy love lock. So whenever it gets destroyed, the knowledge arises. That is the decision of Sruti. Sruti Mata, Mother Sruti. What Brahman is or Atma is cannot be described in words. Somebody once said that everything in the world has been made impure like food that has touched the tongue, and that Brahman or Atman alone remains undefiled. The meaning is this: all scriptures and holy books, the Vedas, the Puranas, the Tantras, the Bible, the Puranas, the Tripitaka, anything else, and so on, may be said to have been defiled because their contents have been uttered by the tongues of the men or women. But what Brahman or Atma is, no tongue has yet been able to describe. Therefore, the Brahman or Atma is still undefiled, untouched. अभी तक झूठा नहीं हुआ. One cannot describe in words the joy of play and communion with Satchidananda Brahma. Sat, Chit, Ananda, existence, consciousness, and bliss. He or she alone knows who has realized it. So there some methods have been taken out by the acharyas, by the sages of Shruti or Upanishad, or Upanishad or Shruti Mata has taken the methods by herself, but not defined as method. The thing is, that is called adhyaropa, deliberate superimposition. After discussing the different states of being and different bodies, The truth is being told now. What is truth? The Vedantins follow the method of Adhyaropa and Apavada. Adhyaropa is deliberate superimposition and Apavada is negation of that. Why deliberate? Why the deliberation is there in creating a superimposition? Because I told the example many times that when we come out, we were very tender, in the evening when we used to come back from the playground, we were very dirty, covered with mud and everything else. So what our mothers used to do, she used to scrub it and put on soaping. And the quality of the soap depends on the richness of the family. Someone uses very cheaper washing clothes soap bar. Someone uses with aloe vera gel, vitamin E, and so on, milk, uh, almond, mixed soap. But the purpose is soaping, making the foam. How much the costly is the soap, we never keep it on the body. We always wash it. So the purpose of soaping is to wash out the soap along with the darts. Likewise, our acharyas made deliberate superimposition on us to negate all the superimposition along with the deliberate superimposition. That is called the method of Adhyaropa Apavada. So, is it possible to pinpoint the Atma or Brahman? Our sages, our Shruti Mata says no. The Atma is self-revealing. It is not an object to be known. It is the eternal subject. All that the sages do is point out where we are making the wrong thing, where we have fixed our ego wrongly, and show us the way. The Vedantins, first of all, follow the course of superimposition in explaining to us the wrong route we have taken. They say that Brahman is enveloped by Maya, and thus the three cosmic and individual bodies, causal, subtle, and gross, have appeared. We are identifying ourselves with our gross bodies now in the waking state, having shown us the wrong course we have taken and the wrong place we have reached in our journey. The guidepost, the guru, the acharya, the teacher tells us to go back to where we started. This going back is apavada or negation from the gross body through the subtle and causal. We are told to reach the truth. The truth is that Atman alone is real, and all else is unreal. This Atma is Brahman, Tattvamasi. In Svetasvatara Upanishad, mantra number 6.11, it is described very nicely. Eko deva sarva bhuteshu gudhaha sarva vyapi sarva bhutantaratma karmadhyaksha sarva bhutadhivasaha sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunasya. Eko devaha, ekaha devaha. There is only one God who is sarva bhuteshu gudhaha, who remains hidden in all beings. Sarva vyapi, is all pervasive. Sarva bhutantaratma, he is as the innermost self. Karmadhyakshaha, he is the ruler of our all actions. Sarva bhutadhivasaha, sarva bhuta adhivasaha, he is the indweller of all beings. Sakshi, he is the witness, the ultimate witness of everything else. Cheta, he is the consciousness of all. Kevalaha, the one alone. And nirgunahacha, and beyond attributes. Such is the Atma. The Upanishads declare time and again that it is the one, the Atma, which appears as many. It is the same self that is in all beings. If I know my Atma or Atman, I know everything because it is the same self that pervades and has become everything. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad mantra number 3.4.1 declares that this truth with a lot of forces. What is the mantra? Yat sakshad aparokshad brahma yaha atma sarvantaraha. That Brahman which is known directly is the same as the self which is in all beings. So Tattva Bodha is starting with the same topic. That what is the nature of the self which is different from the three bodies, the witness of the three states, and beyond the five seeds. The student, inquisitive student, is asking the question, Atma tarhi kaha? Kaha is Punglinga or masculine gender, but how Atma? Because in Sanskrit class we have learned that generally the A, Rama, Lata, Sita, they are all feminine gender, but here you are telling Atma tarhi kaha. How it will be? Actually, the main word Shabda is Atman, Nakaranta, masculine gender. That is why Atma tarhi kaha. Guru is replying, it is Satchidananda Swarupaha. Tarhi is indeclinable. Then, it means then. तो आत्मा क्या है भाई? सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप, सत चित आनंद स्वरूप, the nature of existence, consciousness and bliss. The non-self, anatma, was described in its entirety, and it was explained how it is not the self, Atma. The three bodies, five sheaths, and the three states constitute the not self. Then what is the self? The nature of the self can be indicated in two ways. One is tatastha lakshana. Tatastha lakshana. Tatastha lakshana. In speed, I'm okay, but whenever breaks down the speed. Tatastha lakshana. What is that? Now indicated with respect to the world and its conditioning as the cause of the world, the witness of the thoughts, and so on. I told you very famous example that suppose you are finding Ram's house. So you have located the very nice location, but there are a lot of houses and they are all similar. Like in Jaipur, if you go, there you will find Pink City. All the houses, the whole city, houses, shops, they are same design, same pattern, same color. So it's very difficult to find out any particular person's house. So who knows the locality very well? He told, oh, just see the crow sitting on the patio or the rooftop. That is Ram's house. So, likewise, the knower of Brahman, the Guru, Acharya, sometimes tells us Tatastha Lakshana, which is not permanent. The crow eternally never sits in one place. But for indicating Ram's house is enough. That is Tatastha Lakshana. And another is Swarupa Lakshana, indicated directly as infinite, eternal and so on, like Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma. All those, these are called Mahavakyas. They indicated the Swarupa, the intrinsic nature of Atma or Brahma. So we came to know that waker, dreamer, deep sleeper are not my swarupa or intrinsic nature. Satchidananda is my swarupa. The existence, consciousness and bliss is my actual intrinsic nature. So it means which comes and goes, that is not me. Waker comes at 4 o'clock in the morning and starts its drama, taking bath or shower, doing puja, prayer, meditation, etc., etc., taking classes, having breakfast, then so on. So, whenever the night time comes, the waker goes, etc. So, the waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state, they are state. They are states. And they come and go, come and go. In Bhagavad Gita also it is told that our tender age, our young age, our old age, they are all our avastha, states of the life which come and go. But they are not my nature. Please note it, one thing, two things. Nature is inherent. State is transient. Anything's nature is inherent, but the state is transient, which comes and goes. Why Upanishad or Acharya has given us the example of waking state, dream state and deep sleep state? Because these three are common for everyone else. Other things happens, many things happens. But they varies man to man. But Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti are common for each and every creature. That is why Acharyas have taken up this point. The Atma is called being knowledge. Atma is called being or existence, consciousness or knowledge, or chit means chetana, and bliss or ananda. Sat, chit, ananda. Sat means the being or existence. So this is the best definition or description of the truth that the sages can give. This is because the Atma is beyond name and form. The term Satchidananda is not mentioned in any of the major Upanishads. That should be noted. The Tejovindu Upanishad, mantra number 6.1, has only mentioned this term Satchidananda. Sometimes the sages or the Vedas have used negative terms to describe the Atma. As for instance, in the Kenopanishad, mantra number 1.2, I will read from Mantra Pushpa. That will be better. Very important mantra. And see, so beautiful. Srotrasya srotram manaso mano yat vacho havacham sau pranasya pranaha chakshushas chakshurapi muchya dhiraha pretyasmalokad amrita bhavanti न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाग्गच्छति न मनो न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथैतद् अनुशिष्यात् अन्यदेव तद्विदितात् अथ अविदितात् अधि इति शुश्रूम पूर्वेषां येन तद्व्यचक्षिरे. See, another thing I am telling, please mention, note it. If we ask the question, how many Mahavakyas are there? People will tell 4 Mahavakyas, 4 Mahavakyas, 4 Mahavakyas. Who are they? Tattvamasi, then Aham Brahmasmi, I am Atma Brahma, and what? Prajnanam Brahma. But it is not correct. There are hundreds of Mahavakyas in Upanishad. Please never tell from next time that there are 4 Mahavakyas only. Like in this mantra, there is another Mahavakya, okay? Anya deva tad viditad atho aviditad adhi. This is one Mahavakya. Please note it. I will not take Kenopanishad right now. Just for your sake, I am telling. And at last, at the end portion of this pattern of mantra, 8th mantra is telling yena pranah praniyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. Tad eva brahma, that is alone Brahman. Tvam vidhi, you should know. If you read Shankar Bhashya of Gita Press, page number 32, you will get this, the whole explanation. So what the mantra says, it describes that the Atma is in this way. The Atman is the ear of the ears, mind of the minds, speech of the speeches, soul of the souls. Neither the eyes nor the speech nor the mind can reach the self. It is different from all that we know and do not know. Thus, we have heard, iti susruma. Upanishad also not telling this is my proclamation. Just see how humble is Shruti Mata, how humble is sages. Nobody is telling this is my knowledge. And I sometimes tells my student that, in the grace of internet, we get a lot of gurus. And we are attached mentally with some gurus who speaks very nicely, it is true. But if any of them tells this is my knowledge, I revealed this, please don't go to that person. he is a liar. Whatever I am uttering, this is the result of my parampara, Guru Parampara. You can realize the truth. It is true. But the exponents of the truth, the explanation of the truth, it is the parampara, result of the tradition, the lineage. I am the product. I am as an acharya is a product of that holy lineage. All my words are not owned by me. What I have heard from acharyas, from my teachers, I just utter. When the Upanishad is telling iti susruma purvesham, what we have heard earlier from our gurus, then who we are to proclaim that it is my knowledge, our knowledge. So the thing is that which can never be seen, never be heard, never be cogitated and enlivened by the eyes, ears, mind or prana respectively, but that which makes these organs functions by its presence is the Atma. I will tell more further. Different schools of Advaita Vedanta I just want to discuss, but not today, because I don't want to break in the discussion. But I hope what about I have told today, you have understood clearly. If you have any question regarding today's class, you can ask. 3 minutes are left. Tomorrow don't miss the class. Tomorrow we will discuss about Vivarana school of philosophy, then Bhamati school of philosophy, then Pratibimbavada, Drishti Srishti Vada. I will try to tell. Yes.
अभी लाइव 2 मिनट चलेगा, 2-3 मिनट में खत्म.
Okay. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha go brahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalini deshoyam shoharahitah brahmana संतु निर्भयाः ओम सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मंगलं भवतु ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
We will meet again at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om. Are you
Thank you.
enjoying? Huh?
Yes, yes.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari